This is literally the game of my dreams. Hey everyone, it's Ashley, the other half of Radiant Gaming. Let's talk about Harvestella, shall we? So if you like Stardew Valley or Rune Factory, I promise this game is for you. Harvestella was recently announced at the Nintendo Partner Showcase Mini Direct. Honestly, I wasn't very excited for the Mini Direct, but after watching it, it had so many amazing games that I'm so excited for. Harvestella, though, really took me by surprise and really caught my attention. To my knowledge, Square Enix had kept this very secret, as nobody even had a clue this was in development, much less releasing this year, you all. It has a release date of November 4th, 2022. That is 4 months away. 4 months away. So be sure to clear your backlog out before this game comes out because I feel like this is gonna be such a winner. So let's talk about the story of this game. Harvestella takes place on a planet where 4 giant crystals known as the Seaslight govern the seasons. All life receives their blessings. One day, the Seaslight start behaving abnormally. Quietus begins to visit in the interim between seasons and quickly establishes itself as the season of death. The Seaslight glow with a strange light, emitting a dust formed of light that threatens all it touches. Crops die and people are trapped inside. During one particular Quietus, your character, a traveler, collapses in an isolated village. You meet a girl called Aria, who claims to have come from the future and is researching the mysteries of this new, unwelcome season. Thus, you and she take the first step on a journey that will reveal the very truth of the world. Okay, of course, this game has crystals. Square Enix is famous for their crystals. But honestly, reading that, I can tell Square Enix is going to use their amazing storytelling to the best of their ability. They are always amazing storytellers. One question I did have after watching the trailer was why people were staying inside during Quietus, but now I know this is due to the dust that comes out when the season is happening that can kill people. Super interesting, honestly. On to the protagonist. Here are 2 photos, one male and one female, of the character we will play as. I truly love the design. It is staying close to a Final Fantasy art style, which I have always loved and adored. There are also 3 more characters that we have information about. That is Aria, Aesel, and Shrika. Aria is a scientist who ends up living in the home with your character. She is from the future, but had some sort of accident and now is in the past in your time period. Aesel grew up in a nearby orphanage and due to his straightforward and honest personality is very trusted by many of the townspeople. He is now part of the Argus Brigade, but honestly there's no more information on what the Argus Brigade is at this time. Shrika is a missionary of the Seaslight Order. Her weapons are blades of light that travel through the air, which sounds very familiar to the Final Fantasy XIV class Sage. I honestly have so many questions about these characters. I cannot wait to see how the story unfolds with them. Good news, farming, cooking, and crafting are all included in this game. The farming looks about how you would expect, but I did see something interesting in a picture with a carrot. Square Enix looks to be making farming a bit more interesting with the looks and names of your harvests. This isn't just your normal everyday carrot if you ask me, and I'm excited to see how they change regular vegetables names and appearances. We will have 4 seasons just like all farming games, spring, summer, fall, and winter. But it seems to me that Quietus comes in between the changing of every season. Cooking and crafting are in the trailer but have not been elaborated on. Just know that they are in the game. Let me add that they've done a really good job with the designs of the finished product after cooking, and I'm actually hungry right now looking at them. So what is a life simulation game without socializing? Friendship has been confirmed in this game looking at the screenshot I found on their website. You can become closer to people in the town by completing character stories, and you can also accept quests from townsfolk in the village. When you complete them, you'll get money and items. A lot of people are wondering if there will be marriageable candidates in Harvestella, and while they are not confirmed, I would say yes, 99% chance it will have marriage candidates just based on all other life simulation games. But with the small chance that they do not include marriage, with the storytelling of Square Enix, I do not think you will miss that part of the game whatsoever. In Harvestella, there will be more than one town. Apparently, there are multiple towns and dungeons that we get to explore in the overworld in Harvestella. And get this, we get a submarine in this game. I was not expecting that. That totally came from left field, but when I saw that, I was like, I have to include this in the video because I feel like other people will be just as excited to get a submarine as I was. Speaking of dungeons, we will not be alone in fighting. Parties are confirmed and there will be different mechanics that we can do in this game. Some mechanics include joint attacks and switching between a wide variety of different jobs. So far, we know Fighter, Shadow Walker, and Mage are all classes in this game that we can be. But there will be way more than that. The Fighter is a physical attacker who can unleash swift sword techniques. The Shadow Walker job lets you deal mortal damage with twin blades. The Mage job specializes at long-range magical attacks. We know Square Enix is also famous for their amazing monsters and enemies you can find in their games. Apparently, Harvestella is not lacking in that department either. Just from some of the screenshots I've seen on their website, they all look freaking amazing and look like Final Fantasy enemies, which I'm so excited for. This game has so much potential, and from what I've seen, I already love it. Plus, we can never have too many farming and life simulation games, right guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around and watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you want more Harvestella content. Have an amazing day and God bless.